How you doing, everybody? This is Turkey Buzzard, and this is the Museum of Fallout 4. This covers the chronology of the game, and it begins when the Vault-Tec rep visits your door and invites you to become a member of Vault 111. You join, which is good because shortly afterwards the bombs drop and you're ushered to Vault 111. Upon reaching the vault, they give you your vault suit. Then, without your knowledge or your permission, they put you on ice for 200 years. During this time, your wife is murdered, and your baby boy is kidnapped. When you finally wake up, you realize everyone's gone, they're all dead. And this vault's full of huge mutated roaches. You need to get out, you need to find your son. So you start searching the vault for a way out. You find a really nice weapon, but it's locked up. You do, however, find a couple pistols, so you grab them and start looking for a way out of this vault. Eventually you find a Pip-Boy. It'll open the doors, you can leave. That's good. You're glad to be getting out of this place. So you decide to get out, blissfully unaware that throughout your travels in the wasteland, you're going to visit many vaults. You decide to head out into the wasteland. And once you get there, the first group that you meet is Preston Garvey and his Minutemen. They ask you to pick up a weapon off the ground and help them fend off an attack by raiders. So you do, and during the attack, you find your first set of power armor. Eventually, you guys overcome the attack, and you decide to join the Minutemen. Now you have the ability to build settlements. They're so happy, they decide to make you the general. Throughout your travels, you'll find many items which will help improve your stats, give you other perks. But you're not interested in that right now. You need to find your son. So you decide to head for Diamond City. Problem is, they're not going to just let you in. You meet Piper, who is available to become one of your companions. She helps you get in and does a series of articles on you. But you're not interested in that. You need to find Nick Valentine, so you head for Valentine's Detective Agency. However, when you get there, you find out Nick's gone missing, so you have to find him. And you do, at Vault 114, where he's been taken prisoner by a group of gangster-type individuals. You help him escape, and once back in Diamond City, you find out through some investigation work that the Institute and Kellogg are responsible. So you need to find a way into the Institute. You decide to follow Kellogg. But before you leave, you need some supplies. Maybe some weapons, maybe some ammo. While you're there, you may even help some of the local residents. But the main thing you're worried about right now is following Kellogg, finding him, finding a way into the Institute. Another group you're going to meet is the Brotherhood of Steel. A night sergeant, Elder Maxon, Paladin Dance. These guys all want you to join the Brotherhood of Steel. Go up to their big airship in the sky, the Pridwin. Become one of the Brotherhood. Are you going to join, or are you going to wander off on your own? You'll come across Swan's Pond. A huge behemoth will attack you. You going to try to fight him, or are you going to take off and run? Personally, first time around, I ran. If you're lucky, you'll find Adam Cat's garage. Rowdy runs the place. She sells all kinds of power armor parts, and even schematics for the paint job. Nice place to visit if you're into power armor. Eventually you find Good Neighbor. Mayor Hancock is available to be one of your companions. Plenty to do at Good Neighbor. You need to visit someone called Dr. Amari. You run into a guy called McCready, who's a merc for hire, available to be a companion also. You also meet someone who wants you to become the Silver Shroud to take vengeance on the bad guys. But you're here at the Memory Den to see Dr. Amari. She tells you she can help you find a way into the Institute, but only if she has access to his memories. She needs to find a piece of Kellogg's brain. So you head out. You come across the railroad. The railroad is worried about helping synths. Every time a synth escapes, they help them. They have plenty for you to do if you decide to join up with them. Tinker Tom, Doc Carrington, Desdemona. You gonna join them? You come upon Trinity Tower. You'll fight tons of mutants. And up at the top, you'll rescue Rex Goodman and a super mutant called Strong, who's available to be one of your companions. Rex will give you a really nice set of clothing. But eventually, the clues, they lead you to Kellogg, and you finally find him. You talk for a couple minutes, but neither of you are there to talk, so it's on. And if you're lucky, when all is said and done, you kill Kellogg, and you can take a piece of his brain back to Dr. Amari. At the Memory Den, you get to go through Kellogg's memories. At the end, you find out there is a way in. A scientist called Virgil escaped the Institute and knows how to get in, but he's hiding in the glowing sea. So you head there. You find him hiding in a cave, and surprise, he's a super mutant, but he's not supposed to be. He'll help you, but under one condition. You got to get a serum for him, which will help reverse the effects and make him human again. He tells you you can get into the Institute, you can build a device, but the device that will help you transport will only operate if you have a Courser chip. You need to find a Courser and kill him and get the chip out of his brain. You'll find one at the CIT building. So you go there, and yes, there's a Courser along with a whole bunch of gunners. The fight's on. Hopefully when you're done, you're victorious over the gunners and the Courser. You've got the Courser chip. You can build the device. Who will you get to help you? The Minutemen? Or maybe the Railroad? Or will you get the Brotherhood of Steel to help you? Regardless, you end up building the device, and you find your way into the Institute. You meet Father, who's your son, not a little boy, an old man. He wants you to meet all the heads of his different departments. He wants you to become a member of the Institute. He wants you to become its new director. He wants you to run the Institute. But he wants you to kill all your friends. He wants to get rid of the Brotherhood of Steel. He wants to kill the Railroad. To become part of the Institute, will you turn on your friends? Will you kill them all? Personally, I think friends and loyalty are the way to go. Even if your friends are sometimes somewhat of a complainer. Speaking of which, you meet Kate at the combat zone. After killing the raiders, the owner passes Kate off to you, a new companion. Let's talk DLCs. The first DLC we get is called Automatron. It begins when you meet Ada and you find out that you have the ability to build and repair robots. The problem is, with this DLC also comes Rust Devils. And not just them. A bunch of other robots who all keep attacking. And every time there's these iBots there that are spouting the message of someone called the Mechanist. Eventually you meet Jack Cabot. He wants a serum that'll make him live forever. He wants you to kill his father. Will you help him? Or will you help his father? You do eventually meet the Mechanist. And you have to fight a whole bunch of the Mechanist's robots. But when all is said and done, if you do survive, you will overcome the Mechanist, who it turns out, oops, was just mistaken. Big mistake, sorry. Next DLC was the Wasteland Workshop. We're not going to talk about that because it's not quest related. It was just about building. So that brings us to Far Harbor. You have to see Kenji Nakano and his wife. Their daughter's missing. Investigation shows that they're gone. She's gone to Far Harbor in Maine. So you head up there. You meet Captain Avery. Problem is, her and her crew are on the brink of war with other individuals. And you find out that you will find Kenji's daughter in Acadia, so you decide to head there. Along the way, you meet some of the local wildlife. And you also run into the Children of Adam, a religious sect, and one of the members of this warring group. But eventually you make your way to Acadia, and you find their daughter Kasumi. You also meet Dima. He wants to bring peace to the island, but he needs help. You need to go through Dima's memories now. Wasn't enough to go through Kellogg's memories, now you gotta go through Dima's memories. Well, you do. And when all is said and done, either you'll help bring peace to the island, or maybe you'll help blow up Far Harbor. The choice is all yours. However, at the end of the DLC, it turns out that there were some nice goodies to be had there. Several suits of armor available. The next DLC we'll talk about is Contraptions. Although this was not quest related, really, it's something good to talk about because it gives us the ability to build some really neat machines. Machines which will make weapons, which will make ammo, which will make food. All kinds of items. And that's not all. There's other devices that we can make also. Unique contraptions which you can build to do almost anything. This device is set up. I wish it was a little darker out because it would be a better effect. However, it gives the idea of what is possible with this particular DLC. All this was automated, and it's all possible with the Contraptions DLC. The next DLC is Vault-Tec. You're summoned to Vault 88, where you meet its overseer. She wants you to clean out this big cavern, humongous cavern. You've got to get rid of an infestation of many types of animals. You got to clean up this huge cavern, and you got to build a huge vault and help her do a bunch of experiments on the new settlers who arrive. When all is said and done, she decides to leave, and you become the new overseer of Vault 88. How will you run your vault? That will bring us to our last DLC, which is Nuka World. You decide to travel to Nuka World for a good time. Problem is, it starts out with a gauntlet where everybody's trying to kill you. And at the end of the gauntlet, you have to fight the overboss, which is cool because you get to beat him with a water pistol. You meet the second in command, Porter Gage. He doesn't want to be the new leader. You be the new leader. He'll remain second in command. They want you to help the raiders take over all these settlements. Will you help the raiders? The operators, the pack. They want to take over. The disciples. Will you help them? Will you kill them? The choice is yours. You also get to visit the areas of the park. Dry Rock Gulch. Fun place to go. Cool place to visit. You also get to visit the Galactic Zone. At the Galactic Zone they have a really nice set of armor. Problem is, in order to find it, in order to get it, you have to find 35 star cores. But that's not the only set of armor. There's plenty of armor. 2 of them at the power plant. A lot of things to look for. Medallions. You also meet Sierra Petrovita. She wants you to look for a bunch of Cappy clues so that you can get into Brad Burton's office. Which you do. You find this cool device, cool weapon, and some schematics, and the formula for Nuka-Cola. You go on a safari adventure. You meet Sito. Sito, who is suspiciously similar to a popular comic book character. Sito, who is raised by gorillas. You kill an infestation of worms. You go to the world of refreshment, the Nuka-Cola bottling plant. There is an infestation of mirelurks. Then you visit Kitty Kingdom. You meet Oswald the Magician and his army of feral ghouls. You gonna kill Oswald? You get to play games, have good times, and it's a really fun DLC. I hope you enjoyed the tour. If you did, please remember to leave a like, maybe share the video with a friend. And while I'm at it, I really want to thank Scott and Gage from S&G Gaming, because they're the ones that gave me the idea for this museum. So I hope you had a good time, and I'll see you again soon.